What's up, guys? It's Dave from GI Texas and Airsoft GI, and today we're talking about Glocks.
Who makes the best Glock?
Well, that's easy because there's really only one brand of them that's licensed and, cool to buy here in the States. And that is the Umarex Glocks from Elite Force. They have a couple of different models, but I think that's a future question. So, next question! How many different models of Glocks are there? Well, you've got your Glock 17, you've got your Glock 17 CO2, you've got your Gen 3 17, you've got the 19X, the 19, you've got all the non-blowback Glocks. There's a lot of different Glock models.
Which one's better, CO2 or green gas?
So now that the Glock is talking to us, I guess we don't have a choice but to answer. Which one is better really comes down to what's going to work best for your environment. If you're somewhere where it's warm most of the year, either one is going to be a perfectly fine option. If you live somewhere where it's a little colder though, and you run into areas where green gas may not function quite as well or last quite as long, it can be a little bit better to go with a CO2 route. Now, as somebody who owns the Elite Force 19, I find that here in Texas, it never really gets cold enough to need to go all the way down to CO2. There's like maybe 2 weeks out of the year where it's cold enough, and if I'm being honest with you guys, if it's so cold my green gas gun doesn't work, it's probably too cold for me to work, so I'm staying indoors. That being said, they all function flawlessly. They should be totally legal at either any of your fields with either gas. It shouldn't be a problem one way or the other. The one thing you need to keep in mind is that you have to make sure your gun is compatible with the CO2 power before you buy it. Elite Force does offer some CO2 models, which is great, and if you need CO2, make sure you pick one of those up, like this 19X, which comes with a green gas mag, but can take the CO2 ones. So, are they good for training though? Yeah, they're great for training. The Elite Force Glocks are even 1-to-1, so they fit all your same holsters, the grip feels the same, your controls are right where you expect them to be. Slide locks back like you're used to. The magazine drops free like you're used to. Slide drops forward. The trigger even feels the same. It's got that really definitive wall, and then it breaks. It's not as heavy as a real Glock, but it's pretty close for training. Now, the cool part though, is they even take down the same way. Let's see if we can get this one apart. Boom, check that out, first try. Not bad. So is there a full auto Glock? Yeah, actually there is. Now, it hasn't hit the market yet, but the internet and our friends at Elite Force have told us that eventually we're gonna get a Glock 18 here in the market in the US, and it'll be full auto, which is gonna be awesome because you know what's cooler than a semi-auto pistol? A full auto one. Yeah. But how do you maintain those magazines, dude? So there's a couple of things you want to keep in mind when you are taking care of your green gas magazines. Make sure your seals stay lubricated. So you get a little bit of oil there, a little bit of oil here on top, and then on the Glocks, you pull your base plate off like so, and make sure that you keep this nice and lubricated, nice and tight fitting. Sometimes you'll have to remove that valve and reseal it with something like plumber's tape. Just keep everything good and lubricated and holding gas for a long time. So the last question, can you use your Glock in CQB? Yeah, of course you can. Why wouldn't you be? It's a pistol, right? So unless you've got a field that bans CO2 magazines just out of the gate and you've got a CO2 Glock, or your field has some really low limits, you should be just fine. These things clock in well below the 350 FPS mark that most fields use for close quarters or indoor play. So you shouldn't have any problem running your Glock in close quarters. Which is perfect, because that's where they really excel. Super pointable, the sights are easy to find, the trigger's great. If you guys haven't picked up one of these, make sure you guys head over to Airsoft GI today and snag one. If you guys haven't done so already, click that like button, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell. Go ahead and ding our dong so that way you guys get a notification every single time we post a video. And if you haven't already, check out our blog on Airsoft GI TV where you guys can find some more in-depth, thought-out answers to these very same questions and even, hit us back and let us know what you guys want to know about. My name's Dave. We'll see you guys next time.